Hi, Lance Charles here with LA Eco Party, and we're here talking about the problem of plastic and the fact that it gets into our oceans, and this is what's building up. Now, I'm here with
Amy Lay. I'm with Surfrider Foundation, and specifically with the West LA Malibu chapter, and we've been doing this program called Plastic, the Real Sea Monster for 2 years now. It was a pilot project last year, and we just got funded by Surfrider last month. But it was designed specifically for preschoolers, and we were, well, Mom and I, both of us, Nancy Hastings and I, we both have little kids, and we were pretty frustrated with the lack of environmental groups going in and targeting little kids with a message. So we designed this program to go into preschools to educate the kids about plastic and the marine environment.
So what are we going to do about this problem with plastic?
Our biggest pet peeve is single-use plastics. We're not demonizing plastics in general. We're just encouraging people to rethink these convenience plastics like water bottles or individually wrapped pieces of cheese, even like gum that's packaged in a plastic box now. It's just gotten so crazy, and if they don't properly dispose of it, it ends up in the oceans. And then into these big patches of garbage that are just circulating around the globe.
So when you're using your recycled bag and you're putting a bunch of plastic in there, it's not just about putting it in here to take it home to put into the garbage. You've got to think about it. So is it mostly just to really set up a plastic recycling bin in your house?
It's not that simple. It's really about making choices about what you're buying and how it's packaged. It's about making choices when you go to the grocery store. Do you really need to put those 4 apples into a plastic bag, into another bag, when it's just going to be thrown in the trash like an hour later? It's about being really conscientious about your recycling, making sure it gets into the recycling bin. I'm not that well versed on the chemistry of plastics, but here's a number 6. Okay, so you look for this little recycling triangle with a number in it. Here's another one that's printed with 5. And each recycling program will have a list of numbers that it does recycle, and not every city or county will recycle every single number, so you have to be conscious of that. Plastics break down, but they photodegrade. They don't actually biodegrade. So they just turn into smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller pieces to the point where they're almost mimicking plankton. And if you think about it, the fish are eating the plankton, the plastic's mixed in those plankton, and then we eat the fish. So we're kind of consuming our own waste, in this big chain of trash.
So where can we find out more about this Surfrider chapter and other Surfrider chapters?
Surfrider is headquartered in San Clemente. We're an international organization. To find out about us in general, you go to www.surfrider.org. And then for chapters, you just look at their chapter link and you can find your closest chapter, and there are hundreds of chapters, including the Great Lakes chapter. So we're not even on ocean coasts. We protect lakes and streams. Any body of water where you can have fun is an issue for us.
There's actually a surf spot in Lake Michigan, and I've heard about it. It's amazing.
Yes, lots of them. I grew up in Chicago, and I've surfed the Great Lakes, and I'm just as concerned about those waves as I am the Pacific Ocean.
Now let me ask you this. This is something probably I never even thought of it. The plastic is building up in Great Lakes too?
Yeah, anywhere that you have a waterway that leads into a body of water. And if there are people, if it's an urban waterway, it's a huge problem. Thanks for stopping by LA Eco Party. It was wonderful talking to you. Keep up the good work.